So, yeah, thanks for thanks for being a part of this, bro.
Of course,
Yeah, man, I
bro.
really appreciate just the love.
DÚDÚ Collective.
The DÚDÚ, yeah.
I actually like that it rhymes. It's so cool. Yes, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Yeah.
Just playing back to back with you, bro. Like, I can tell you have that upbringing of tribal. I saw that when I was playing that track by Bodhisattva. You recognize it?
Yeah.
So I'm
yeah.
like,
I was
okay,
like, yeah, that was a groovy
so
one.
that was cool, but like just moving around because we played so much there.
Mhm. Oh no, we did, eh? We did almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Almost 2 hours.
So that's
a
cool,
nice
bro.
mix.
Yeah, just feeding on.
Nice mix,
It's like
yeah.
that feed of energy.
Yeah.
Then you follow that route, and that's our upbringing.
Of course, house.
sir.
Yeah, that's where it all started from.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I met Vicmari here in Cape Town, South Africa. Through a mutual friend, actually. We're going vinyl David Creatives.
Yeah.
I met him, and since then we
Boom, boom.
boom. That's DÚDÚ.
Yeah.
Boom, yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, boom. Shout out boom.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out boom. Yeah, and then we connected, and I saw that he was a dope ass, like producer, dope ass DJ, very opinionated. And that part,
Hey, yeah.
yeah, I said, no, we must do something. So here we are. So do you want to talk about, like who you are, what you do, how long you've been doing it for?
Yeah. Like it's been a minute. I don't want to start in the beginning where it was still trash, like for real. It was nothing you could listen to. But I would say like taking it like really serious was around 2013. What's up until now. And yeah, but I've been like kind of teaching myself how to make music before then. Like I would say I started 2011.
Okay.
But still
Yeah.
kind of figure it out. Yeah,
that's like 15 years ago, bro.
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You start off trash.
Of course. Yeah,
And you
when
have
you
to
start,
go
when
through
you
the-
start. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So, 2014. I was lucky to have like someone who's such a great musician, like in general, but like also show me the way.
The ropes, yeah.
And yeah, like released a body of work 2016. It was my first album with Slope Music, Eclipse Chaser. This is like a Berlin German label.
Yeah.
So that created a buzz for me. I was still back in KZN.
Okay.
KZN, but still figuring it out. Right? Sending this guy music, hey, listen, whatever. And that came out on vinyl as well. Sold out in
Ooh.
3-4 months, which was good
That's
reception.
peak, yeah, for your first
for
release.
the first
That's the
one.
first release, right? 3-4 months sold
Yeah,
out.
so but I didn't know nothing. I didn't understand what
What was happening?
because the records were out there, KZN. But it's good to hear and see that happening, with what you create.
Of course.
And from that point on, like that project created a buzz for me here at home. So I started coming to this beautiful city, Cape Town, 2017.
So is it this way in SA too? Because I know for a fact back in Nigeria,
Yeah.
it's usually when you start to get like international, like buzz and recognition. That's when they now start to see that this person is here, and they now try, start to like.
Yeah. To be honest with you, the guy that actually picked it up here at home, he thought I was a German. He didn't think this was from here.
From South Africa,
right? Because I released
From
with the
KZN.
label from there, and this artist name Vicmari. It sounds European, whatever. Then hit me up on Facebook. Facebook was a thing back then.
Yeah.
Instagram was no way.
Of course.
And so it's like, hey, found your music, but it says here you're from KZN. Is this true? I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Then he was like, I already started playing live there. Like, I did a recording of a video, like 40 minutes, but I just put my phone somewhere and placed it and recorded on my door, just to try and, work that and put it out to show what I do. But I did it in the backyard at my house in KZN. So when I did that, it was already on Facebook. So he saw it. He was like, could you do this in a club? I was like, that's the whole point.
That's the point.
Then that was
That's
it,
the
bro.
point.
Like when I first landed here, 2017, things just kind of went everywhere where it is
Yeah.
right now, I guess, you know.
The skyrocketed, eh?
Yes, I would say that there is that element of that here at home as well, where I had to release with the German label for someone to think that I'm
Yeah, to
I'm
give you that
from
recognition,
Germany, to
yeah.
realize no, this is from here, but I had to start doing it that way. You know, it's like more or less the same, I would say.
Yeah. And you're also a DJ, no?
Yes, I also
Yeah,
DJ.
what's
I
that like? How long have you
like
been
doing
DJing for, you know?
I started with like just playing, but on your laptop, you know, you'd have the software, then you DJ.
Yeah, virtual DJ, eh?
Then it went to controllers, you know what I mean? You get a controller, sit in your bed, you can do it anyway. Just to get an understanding because of the fascination. I wasn't really, in KZN, I wasn't really a professional DJ. I could DJ,
That's it.
but it's just the scene in KZN.
What is a professional DJ? And that's a good question. You know,
professional?
What
I
actually
guess
is a
like when
professional
you
DJ?
know,
Who is
getting
a professional
bookings and
DJ?
there's contracts being signed, I think
contracts being signed.
I would
Okay.
say from that level it is professional.
You're
you know?
professional. Okay.
But how you start off, you know, it starts off with homies, get a controller, a couple of people there.
Yeah, get some
you know.
monitor speakers.
Exactly.
You know, yeah.
That's the upbringing. So I started with that before producing.
Okay.
So I was just like, I started collecting music like everybody else, you know, consuming it, a lot of it. And I had friends that were actually kind of convinced me, like, you should produce, you know, because they could tell, like,
You had
like
the
you know,
yeah.
a snob for this. Then I was like, no, like, I'm not a producer. You know, when you, like, you know, downplay yourself.
Imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Fuck that.
For all of us, it's there, bro. So, but like, I think when I started producing for real is when unemployment started. So, because I had a lot of time, you know, I used to have like piece jobs after high school because I
Yeah.
didn't go to, when I finished high school, that was it.
That was it. Yeah. You're like, yeah, this education.
Like,
thing,
yeah, you know what I mean? And I had friends that went to universities, which is great. School's good. But yeah, unemployment starts, you know, then you have this computer and this software. Fruity Loops at the time it was called.
Yep.
FL Studio now.
Real ones no Fruity
Yeah.
Loops.
Whenever-
FL9, you said.
Yes.
Ah,
Now
yeah,
it's
that
quite-
was a good one.
Yeah, now it's quite future now. Like even the whole workflow, the look is different.
Looks different, yeah.
Then I was in and out from FL Studio because I sucked, bro. So I didn't like the fact that I sucked so much because I was listening to great music. Around that time, we were listening to like, you know, your Edges, your Charles Webster,
Yeah.
you know, the compilation phase,
The OGs.
the OGs, right?
Yeah.
But like now, when you're listening to what the OGs are compiling and what you're making, yeah.
It's not adding up, yeah.
Yeah.
Something's missing.
So that's why I'm saying from 2011, don't count that.
Don't count. Okay.
Only 2014 when I'm like, you know, I can do this because you create this one idea and it sounds actually good. You know what I mean? You play it to your friends, and from that point on, you keep making more and more and more up until you lock it in. Now, when we jump in studio, 3 minutes, bro, we got an idea.
Yeah.
Quick.
Yeah.
But
Quick
it
with
used
it,
to
yeah.
be months.
Days, months.
So many projects anyway. So yeah, DJing has always been there, but it never went anywhere. I tried it in KZN to be like a DJ first before producing. Didn't work. So I was humbled, went back to the door, software, learn, teach yourself. Then over time, you know, it was cool.
Nice.
And to be honest, at that time, when everything started, I didn't really have much expectation. Like I said, I released a record without knowing what that means.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Up until my friends, like there was a guy, a very respected DJ collector from here, Pierre Estin. I don't know if you know him.
No, I never heard of it.
So sometimes he's based in Berlin, but he travels around the world, collects records. He's more like Simbad, you know Simbad?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So he's
I
like...
met Simbad
loves-
in
yeah.
Mebu
Okay.
vinyl store.
Yeah.
So random. He actually, yeah.
So I consider Pierre Estin to be one of the G's. So he bought the record in Portugal, bro.
Oh.
So he sent me a photo, but he came down with it. We were at Skunda Valley. There's a festival called Skunda Valley. We were playing there. So he brought the record. That was my first time actually holding the record.
Your record, yeah.
So for me, that was a bit weird, you know, but I did it. But now I'm at a point where now I'm aware of a lot of things, you know, and I understand, you know, what it means when people actually buy a record is out there in the world. Yeah, it's a good thing for your work as well. Yeah.
Definitely, sure. It feels good to see something that you made, in your studio, in your room,
Yes, wherever, yes.
See it being played on record, like
and being
across the
respected
world.
enough to be purchased. Someone actually buying it for something that they can use it.
Yeah.
It's such a great thing. I want to do more of that. I think it took me a while to actually want to press a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I did a lot of work digitally, Bandcamp. I was doing like releasing a song every month. I did it for 2 years. I had a time during COVID. So I've been putting out music, but I want to do it more in this way, in this format.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Physical music. So how many records would you say you have out now?
Out.
Yeah.
That's only that one.
Just that one. Eh?
That one. The second one
is sold out. I'm sure it's like.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get it on Discord.
Okay.
But yeah, it's sold out for sure. I'm working on actually my third body of work.
Let's go.
That album is called Future. I've been working on it for a while, but it's close to being done. I think this is gonna be the second press I do. I can just take it from there and never stop.
Yeah.
From that point on,
do you know? I heard that there isn't pressing factory in Africa.
Yeah, not
so we have to take it to Europe or the UK to get it pressed.
Yeah, I just did a quotation of some sort with this German Vinyl Matters. They also do pressing.
Yeah.
So I was actually doing a quotation with them to find out this amount what it would be and the logistics. Because we don't have anything like that here, so it's quite
because there's a lot of music being made here.
Yeah.
And
I hear it's quite expensive though to build those plants and maybe that's
build and maintain also.
That's why.
Yeah, but we have money, to
people have money. Yeah. Look at Cape.
Look at where we are, guys. We can definitely, build and maintain.
No, for sure.
Factory.
Maybe it's coming. I've had some homies that were talking about it. I don't know how serious they are, but the conversation has been, being talked about in the scene, but not yet.
Okay, are we?
Okay. They in Nigeria, not
Nigeria. We don't have any pressing,
okay.
Which is crazy because there's a lot of epic musicians that have come from Nigeria. Fela.
And it's super underground, and you have to be there to actually know what's happening.
You have to be there. There are these people. There's this record shop.
Yeah.
Called Jazz Hall. Shout out Jazz Hall, doing their thing out in Lagos. They actually have some records that they pressed.
Okay.
But they get it pressed outside as well.
Outside. Yeah. They just find it and make sure they
outsource it. But they distribute a lot. If you're ever in Lagos, Nigeria, you should definitely go check out Jazz Hall for sure. If you love, records, if you love just archives and But it's so different in Lagos, Lagos, Nigeria as a whole, I'll say our entertainment industry.
Or just the creative space in general.
The creative scene,
I'm sure there's so much.
There is a lot
music,
going on,
Yeah. Music is the one that actually makes the more.
And it's funny because it's Nigeria and South Africa, both of us are the
creatively.
leading,
it's been like that, it's been
for years.
Your Burner Boys, it's been kind of focused on a particular sound, which is why I'm fascinated about DÚDÚ Collective and just in Nigeria. Creatively, what's bubbling? You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's bubbling? Oh, okay. So that's a good question.
And what's the approach with DÚDÚ Collective? Is it is it also trying to expose that as well?
Definitely. Definitely. DÚDÚ kind of started out as a production company. We're a video production company at first, and then we expanded more and more into our own, collective, our own, collective. So it's basically trying to expose that. It's exposing.
Because I see you in fashion as well, so you're not really just in one pocket.
Nah, not in just one place. We're video, fashion, music. Just
dogs,
art.
Yes.
DÚDÚ was focused on just shedding light, doing what I can, what we can to show the rest of the continent what's happening, but also in a way that unifies us. you know.
Yes,
Because now, bro,
yes,
like
sir.
I'm sure you know this, you know, there's a lot of just like rubbish going out, you know, like there's a lot of like
Yeah, especially current
xenophobia.
state as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yo, let's not even
especially
talk.
me. I, I, I want to say this because, like, I'm from KZN as well. So, like, and it's been in and out. No, it's not only starting now.
Yeah.
And I would like just to take a step back as well from the word, like, xenophobia. I want to take a step back and just say our government is actually doing us a disservice. I don't think it would be this chaotic if he was the elderly in the room and actually, because I think there was another way to go about it that's not showing the image we're seeing now.
Yeah.
As a case, then, like, I know what those people are going through there, and it's not xenophobia at all. It's just that you have this state or this institution that's supposed to be taking care of
Yeah,
the people
kill
on
the
the
people.
ground, and it's not doing a great job.
Yeah.
And people will just look for an excuse. They just need one, especially as
just like
Zulus.
who to
Like
blame,
we as
right?
Zulus, we just
Yeah.
need one thing. It's like, I'll make an example to relate to what I'm saying. When there was looting,
Yeah.
I was here in Cape Town. Someone like he's a closer homie's D-Best ex-friend. I was by D-Best. So he asked me, he was like, is Zuma that powerful in KZN? I told him, I was like, bro, people from KZN don't really care about Zuma. They just use them as an excuse to do something they wanted to do
Yeah.
for themselves.
Mm.
You see the difference there?
Yeah.
Of course, it works in his favor, whatever, but when you go down to the people, it's not about him at all. And it's like, now, they got an excuse, and now they, you know what I mean? But if the government was there to actually say, okay, let's all, because we've been living with each other for so, like us
That's-
dating
yeah.
each other and all of this, married, all of this.
It's been happening
It's
since the
been
beginning,
happening.
you know,
It's
like
not
since the
new.
beginning of
It
time.
just
Since
needs
like
the states to be
yeah.
like, hey, let's take care of this and do it the proper way.
Yeah.
That doesn't cause this drama we're saying, you know what I mean? And what can you say?
Yeah, man. So what's the cause of the drama now? What would you say is the cause of the drama?
Yeah, people are just starving and they're looking at the next thing that feels like an excuse and leaning on
Yeah.
it, but it's not solving what they're going through.
Yeah.
It's what they're doing. It doesn't mean it's gonna create jobs.
No,
It
it's
just
not
means
going to
that
create jobs.
whatever shops that were open, they're gonna be closed. So that's why I'm saying we need an elderly in the room, which is supposed to be the government,
Yeah.
to say, how do we take care of this and
Mm.
be at least maybe the first to do it differently and not like just have this type of situation we're having. I don't think anyone likes seeing people being beaten up in the streets.
Mhm.
Yes, you might have a point about what you're saying, but is this the way to go about
Of
it?
course.
And where are you, Mr. Ramaphosa? I don't know if you know about him.
I've heard some
You
things.
know what I mean? So it's a letdown, G, and we end up, and it's cool that me and you can have it. I'm Zulu,
course,
you're
yeah.
from Nigeria, but
Yoruba,
we're having
yeah.
this conversation, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that's the whole point of like what I'm trying to do with DÚDÚ Creatives as well. You know, to show like a different angle. Because
Yeah.
you know, people like saw that I was coming to South Africa, and you know, like all my friends, family that like care about me, they were all
Yeah.
checking in, like,
Yeah,
"Yo,
like,
Cole,
are you
okay?" I'm
okay?
like, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
good. You know, I'm
Yeah.
with like my friends that I've
Yeah.
like been friends with for
So
years.
these
you
people
know?
are good.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
not like,
This is not like the image of like what you see is obviously very much like expanded on by the media, you know, like it's like it's all propaganda that's like being pushed, and it's being pushed intentionally, I feel like, and it's trying to create, you know, like more diversity, you know, like more of a divide when in fact we
100%.
should
It's
be,
setting
you know,
us way back.
way
then.
back, you know.
That's
it's
why I
like,
was saying, if it was handled a bit differently, I don't think it would cause. I don't think it's gonna be that much of a friction anyway. Still,
Yeah.
because we are Africans, we always
at the
find.
end of the day, you know, like there's still
I'll make you a very typical example, just to also round off the what happened with the Xhosas and Zulus in KZN is it hasn't happened for decades. Like, because we always had tension as well.
Yeah.
Locally, not
Exactly,
don't
yeah.
like look outside now. Like locally, it's always been a thing, and I'm a new generation type of Zulu. I don't really know what happened, to be honest with you. But like, there's that thing. But when there was like, when this thing started and the chaos started, it was so funny to see and so good to see Zulus and Xhosas come together. It showed me that we always find a way and zoom out. Africa in general,
Yeah.
we will find a way to, throughout this, because like it's already happening.
Yeah.
Like, no, what can we do, me and you right now? The only thing we can speak about is our opinion on how we see it.
Our
but
point of view, yeah.
I don't think it's something that's gonna be there permanently.
Of
We
course.
are gonna get at some point where we sit down, we talk about it, and we find that connect again.
Yeah, I
like
think
how
it's
we
a
did
distraction.
with the Xhosas.
Yeah.
And we all kind of share the same guideline. It's just that it's like family. Even in family, where you argue with your brothers and sisters
Every day.
you know,
Every day. Yeah.
and it will be serious tension. But over some years, you realize this is blood, man. What's the point?
Yeah.
Anyway, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
just
so-
happens sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me, like the ideal like Africa would be one where like we all, like come together, which is something, like Bob Marley has been talking about since, Fela's been talking about it, like
preaching.
the oldies have been talking about it like for
Yeah.
decades, they're dead now, their kids are dead too, but it's like we need to do that, like we need to do that. And I think it comes down to like our generation now.
100%. And also, like in overall Africa, we need to get rid, I don't know how, we need to maybe try and push for that, to get rid of these old people in parliament,
Yo.
in government and stuff. I think they're the
about
ones
time,
who
man.
still kind of have that,
That mentality,
which
definitely
kind
their
of
generation.
causes friction downwards, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like we're looking at them, it's like, now we have a president that was, our president was found with some dollars on the couch. That's some funny stuff, bro. Like, so you can see this old man, like, you know what I mean, shame. But he needs to kind of leave room for like someone who's fresh with energy and still tapped into the ground on what's happening.
Yeah.
Because, anyway, that's my opinion about it.
Of course.
And I'm not just talking about South Africa, like Africa in general.
In general,
Because you see when there's that African parliament, you see them all. You realize, yes, there are some young people now, but I feel like there should be more.
Yeah, we need
like,
more like,
they
like
need
we
to
need
make
like,
room.
people in their 30s, their 40s,
yes,
50s
yes,
max
still
maybe.
the brain is still
Yeah.
working and, you understand.
Yeah, can like tackle like old problems that have been
Yes,
here since the
bro.
beginning with new solutions, like not the same way that it's being tackled
And I agree, the elderly
50
can
years ago
still
is still what they're doing today,
like, show us the way.
Show
but
us the
from
way,
afar,
you know?
Just stay
Yeah.
far.
Stay over there,
Let
stay
us,
that
you
side.
know what I mean? Because we understand what's going on,
Yeah. Yes.
Same, this conversation we're having right now, this would be easy if we had people there who could resonate with what we're saying
Yeah.
right now. But I don't think
And I think we do, like I think we do, and I think like in time, like these things will start
time.
to expose
Yes, sir.
themselves, right?
Yeah.
Because it's time, just
Yeah.
like inshallah we're still alive, to
Yes,
see
bro,
that
we're
version
still
of Africa. where it's all
Kicking, you know what I
united,
mean? And
Yeah.
all of these people have families at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, in South Africa. So you DJ here, right? What would you say it's like? What are your thoughts on, like how the creative music industry in particular, how it's run, how it operates?
I would say it's a yin and a yang, yeah. Because I don't want to be like coming off as if it's all bad, There's some amazing creative in overall, like Cape Town, Joburg, KZN. I'm from KZN.
Yeah.
Okay, that's that talent. It's there. But there's like the scene, or let's say industry, right? And we all kind of like start off like as, okay, you are creative, wanting to be part of the industry. We've heard about it, and
Yeah.
so that's your route, right? But when you finally enter the industry, you start realizing that, because you used to think and like you create ideas about this industry and being an artist and being in music, how it's supposed to look like and all of that, But once you earn it, you start realizing that you're dealing with people. They're like human beings, different, cool person, ego, whatever, all of it.
Lots of egos, I'll say.
You know, but you come in with this spirit, which is such a great spirit of the creative.
Yeah.
But it just, when you come in, 90% of the time it's gonna be cash, bro.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, and I think that's part of it. You know what I mean? But you're gonna get to a point where you have it's like a wave. You get your wave, people embrace you.
Yeah.
You know, they show you support because you're this new type.
Yeah, when you're doing well, you know, yeah, you're coming in, they show you support. Yeah, you know.
Friends.
Exactly, friends, you know. But I also feel like because you're coming in, people want to like attach your name to the brand quickly. You know, they're like, oh,
People that want to suck as well. I've had that experience as
Yeah.
well. You know, you sit down after it has happened, you're like, were you guys trying to like, you know, like try and, you know, because we are where we are. Anyway, you get all these different energies, and I think your next task once you enter the industry is to learn how to navigate,
yeah,
because you might crash. You know, the scene comes with a lot. So if you don't have like a very strong, I don't know what you call it, but like, you know, if you're not strong yourself, like
you
on
need to
how-
know who you are, what you're doing, why you're
Yes,
doing
bro,
it,
like
you
so
know,
that you
know
don't get
what
caught
you're
up.
trying to get to,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
not just
Yeah.
getting in the industry and just, you know, trying to be in the
Because
industry.
you're running a risk of actually failing,
Yeah.
and it's a sad story. Like you're gonna be telling that I guess your grandchildren, oh, I used to DJ.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyway, so when you come in, you have to kind of be smart enough to know that I could crash if I'm not careful. But like
yeah.
that's why I was saying it's a yin and a yang. Like, you know, you just have to kind of take the beautiful part of it because it's amazing. You get to meet some amazing people like from
That's
all
true.
types of life, you know, worlds,
Disciplines, yeah.
you know, disciplines. You learn a lot. If you are open, I think you learn a lot compared to if you are maybe kind of someone who's kind of reserved and like kind of sticks to one, because the creative industry is quite raw. Like I said, you meet a lot of people that have different, you know,
Yeah.
way of, you know, lifestyle. Anyway, but anyway, yeah, it's like that yin and yang, and the cool kids as well.
Really cool game. No, it's so similar in Lagos, you know. Like,
Yeah.
in Lagos, I was saying like Lagos, Nigeria is more hype based.
Okay, hype.
I think maybe that's just how it is.
But aren't
like-
you like looking at the commercial? Don't you have the underground?
Yeah, we do have the underground. But the underground tends to starve, you know, like for instance, DÚDÚ, I would say
Yeah.
DÚDÚ is more focused on the
I
underground
would say that
because, you know, like the above ground already have enough like people that are documenting them, you know, talking about them, you know, like we have the Spotify's, you know, like
Yeah.
coming to, you know, like
yeah,
obviously they're going to the most successful events, the most
Okay.
successful, like, you know,
yeah, festivals
organizations,
and all
first
of
of
that.
all, you know, no one's going to come to someone who's pulling 200, 100 people
Yeah,
for their event.
small rooms.
you know,
Yeah,
But like, even though these people are more like tuned into the culture of music, of like especially house music, you know, I'll
Yeah.
say in Lagos we're a younger crowd for house music. Like the majority of us there did not grow up listening to house music. you
Okay.
know, if that makes any sense, you know,
Yeah.
like those
Now,
who
I
kind
can
of did.
see that,
yeah.
you know, like
It was
probably
more
there
like
was something
Afro
else
beats,
dominant.
you know,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
more that came into Nigeria, not the house. Those who kind of picked up the house were the more niche ones, you know, like the more people who had more exposure.
More exposure
say,
to
you know.
guest records and all of
Yeah,
that.
exactly, to get records, to travel out of the country, you know, to go to Europe, to go to the UK, to go to the US, even,
Yeah.
you know, and listen to these people and then be like, oh, this is a nice
So-
sound. But yeah, in Lagos it's more hype based. You know, if you check it now, you see that like every week we're flying in someone from South Africa to play, which is nice. You know, like it's good to like spread that. You know, like to just spread that Africanness. You know, like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
all about that.
That collaboration is
Obviously,
always
yeah.
nice.
It's nice, but
Yeah.
I mean, like I see it one way though. I don't see it the other way. You know, I don't see Nigerians being flown in.
And it goes back to the conversation we had earlier about, you know, your approach with DÚDÚ, because like, yes, it started off there, but you're spreading it out, which,
Yeah.
because I think that's another thing. I think it's exposure. in Nigeria, and platforms like these are going to be helpful a lot, you know what I mean? And like serious people as well.
Serious people, that's the
that have,
key word.
Like, activate projects that will keep showing Nigerian artists. Maybe, like, I think collaboration is the most, like what we're doing here, I think it should even go to a level of like music. That's why I was asking you, where are you trying to take DÚDÚ? Because it would be nice to get like a label that that comes off like or starts in Nigeria that will focus on this underground sound, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of creatives, but only you guys know about
exactly. you know, like, oh my god, so like exactly. I'm just always trying to be like, oh man, I have this homie in Lagos, I have this homie in Nairobi, you guys need to listen to them, you know. So
platforms like these could be very instrumental, because like here at home, even before I entered the scene, there was like Red Bull, there was like Bridges for Music.
Yeah, probably Jägermeister, I'm sure.
So all of this, Bedweiser, they were like investing a lot here into exposing the creative side of it, which I would say it's a privilege on our side. But it
also kind of went to the cool kids, didn't it? You know?
I mean, like, bro, that's not even an issue, the cool kids, you know, like, because like I said, they focus on the photos more than
the aesthetics,
anyway. So, you know, since I haven't been playing for that long, I've been just attending events, just going there and listening. And this is what I'm saying, like, you know, your photo looks cool that you're playing, but we showed up, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like we were actually
I don't want to
there.
say much, but that. So I could separate that, like, you know, I've met some great musicians, bro. And for me, it's like you or them, and I would usually just lean with them because they're just quite good. And okay, no one knows them, but you know, if they were to show their work and you show your work, you just
the work would, you know, like tell.
You
know, you
and
know.
we don't have to go through. You're just a cool kid, and it's okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're getting the benefits of it.
Exactly.
I mean, some of them I hang out with them. They're my homies, you know. So it's not
they're
like
still
a
homies,
bad
you know.
thing.
Yeah, they're still
It's
homies,
just like,
you know.
That's the main thing. And I'm like, where's your work? That's my question.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
What do you do? You know, what have you done?
Like,
you know, like, let me see.
Play it to me. You know what?
Let me hear it.
Right? And if you're good, and that's like I'm saying, there's like a mate, this homie of mine, Josh. I just met him like not long ago. 20-year-old. Bro, he sent me 26 tracks. 22 of those tracks were
for
fire.
bangers, eh?
It's like that old Chicago, because he was running a drum machine I could hear, and I'm like, at 21-year-old, and you have these guys that have been doing it for years, and I'm like, what do you guys do exactly? Like, we got these young ones, like, really, you know. Anyway, all of that. So I lean more on the creative side, bro, because I think that's where the magic is at.
Yeah, it's more about the arts.
Yes,
more about, you know, that, and that should be the focus, you know. But personally, I think it's like a balance, you know, because you do have to have like some of that hype too.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you know, it's like,
I guess that's why I'm homies with some of these cool.
Yeah, you know, like you gotta find a balance, you know. Like,
you know.
Yeah, sure. It's about the art, it's about the talent, but if you don't know how to like put that out there in a way that is easily digestible,
it's quite hard.
Then it's hard. So
I think maybe it's even easy for me to say that because I've went through it.
Yeah.
But I guess, you know, once you go through your career, you might resonate with what I'm saying. You just need that experience to see it for yourself. And you're the one who decides, you know, how it is. But there's a lot of that, you know, you just need to make sure you don't lose yourself. And you stay with that magic, bro.
Don't
like
yourself,
it keeps going, you know, you keep meeting cool people like you.
Yeah.
So
man,
it's still working,
the
voodoo. It's still working, you know. Like,
shout out,
it helps you.
Yeah, it never stops. You just always keep meeting people.
And you
know,
keep
like,
meeting
you
all these
keep getting
right people for you, then hey, it always works.
So in conclusion, do you want to say anything? Do you want to, you know?
I mean, like talking about DJing, because before COVID, I've played outside of South Africa in Angola.
Okay.
On an island somewhere.
Yeah.
It was quite amazing. So even looking at that, like I'm keen to see you maybe doing things there in Nigeria, and we having this trade-off of where we bring the guys down here, we go up there, we collaborate. They come here, we have studios set up, maybe we create.
Yeah.
Then up there as well, you activate it, so we at least have this interaction.
Exactly,
because I think that's
you
what
know.
we need.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
collaboration to
Definitely what we
help
need.
each other. Like
Definitely what we need, yeah. That's what we need, you know, like that's how we see that, oh shit, you know, like
Yes,
we're
bro.
the same.
yeah.
We're literally doing
Exactly,
the same thing.
it's the same
you know,
thing.
like,
It's no different than what you do.
Yeah, it's just more homies, you know.
Yes,
So yeah.
So
that's the whole
I'm
thing.
hoping to see that more happening in the future. But otherwise, just people should look up for the music. It's coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Future.
Yeah, future.
Don't forget that.
You know, it just makes sense, eh?
Future.
Oh, and I hope the guys enjoy what we did there.
Of
It
course,
was quite
yeah,
cool,
guys,
eh?
yeah.
A nice flow.
It was a nice flow.
We
played,
gonna
like,
put it out on
every day.
YouTube, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it's gonna be on
Okay,
YouTube. This
okay,
interview is
nice,
also
yeah.
gonna be on YouTube.
Nice,
Shout out.
yeah. Shout out A11, you know what I mean?
Yeah, shout out A11,
Yes,
you know,
sir.
shout out Andrew.
Andrew,
Yeah.
yes sir. Yeah, that's I don't really have much to say other
I
than
think that's
just the
it. Yeah,
music,
that's just how
you
we're
know?
gonna, just like listen to the mix. It's fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, try the Shazam. Maybe you find some tracks, maybe not.
maybe
Probably
not, but it's okay. You can
But
still
it's
do it
okay, just
yourself.
listen to it.
Yes sir.
Alright,
Yeah.
cheers.
All right, peace.
Okay, that was good.
Dope.